All right, here's the symptoms. I came home, there was no heat in the house. New England weather now, it's about 30 degrees outside. Flash across the screen how many of that in Celsius. Came down, make sure the furnace circuit breakers weren't triggered. They're good, so furnace is still good. So, you see my last video, I did show you how to change out the drip pan and all that. Did that drip pan here, we'll put that drip pan there, it's inside there. So, came in here, I looked and I saw this. So, power lockout. It's a Beckett electric oil burner. Let's see if we can get a better view here. You guys see a nice flashlight from Amazon here. Very powerful. And it sticks like a magnet. Good stuff. Right, so this is what the situation is. And right now it says power lockout. So I did try to press the reset button, it did nothing. And I am not a HVAC guy, so I'm gonna call in the experts, see what they say. I'll try to film as much as possible. How's it going? Good. Yeah, it was working fine this morning, so I don't know why it's not working anymore. Yeah, it's easy to come through this way, yeah. Yeah, the boiler and the furnace this way.
Check the oil flow right now.
Yeah.
If that's not good, I'm gonna have to move that shoe rack in front of the tank so I can change the filter.
Yeah, I'll move the car up. Back to business. So after all that, you'll never guess what the culprit was. So I had my oil recently filled, and the guy was saying that sometimes when they fill the oil, it creates turbulence and throws up chunks. So this is the problem right here. I kind of neglected to have them change the filter on this. So when over the summer, from last winter into this summer, when they filled the oil, it chunked up and kind of got clogged in the filter, which is a good thing. So all he did was changed out the oil filter on that, and now we're back in business. That's all it was, folks. So a little headache or peace of mind. Go ahead and change that out before that happens to you. So things you're going to need to do this job is something to catch the oil. So I just took a milk carton, just cut up the top, so that way it has something to drip on. A rag, hopefully cotton or that's lint free. This top obviously has no lint on it. It's a t-shirt, old white t-shirt. A ratchet. So there's a couple ways you can do this. There's a big bolt that holds the filter in, so it's requires a 5/8. Equivalent to a 5/8 is a 16 millimeter. Same goes here. 1/2 inch is equivalent to a 13. And then you're gonna need a bleeder to relieve the bleeder. It's a 5/16 or also an 8 millimeter is equivalent to that. And then you're gonna need the filter, and I'll flash across the screen the filter for that. And you can find the number for your filter for the oil tank over here. It's usually labeled in two places. The top of the lid. So they're kind of hard to see there. It's also labeled here. On the filter itself. So mine's a model 1A-25A. And we can get that from Amazon. So most of these products that I've shown today are available on Amazon. So if you use my link in the description below, help support the channel, it makes it grow. So I appreciate your support. All right. So the first thing you're going to shut off the power to the furnace. That way it doesn't kick in and suck in air while you're trying to change the filter. Two ways you can accomplish by shutting off the furnace is shut off the furnace. Mine is located there. Click that switch off and the furnace goes off. Another option, you can just shut off over there. You do a white switch there, click that off position or downward. That should shut off the furnace. Next, you're going to shut off the valve that opens to the filter. So mine's gonna be righty tighty, so you can close it off to the right side. Once that's off all the way, then we can take our 5/8 or our 16 millimeter, unscrew from there. If this is put on too snug, there is another bolt down here. See if I can get that down there for you. So you can see I reflected off the mirror here. There is a 13 millimeter or half inch open wrench standard socket right down there, and that is bolted to the casing itself. So there's the second way to unloosen this, basically. I'm trying to tell you. Once that comes out, there's 2 gaskets to this. So first gasket is the big bolt that holds it in. You can see the little red there, that actually is the gasket. The kit comes with the gasket for that one and the bleeder gasket for this one. So this is a 5/16 or 8mm bolt. Unscrew, you're gonna unscrew the big one, and loosen that. You're gonna put a drip pan there. So we're gonna use our 5/8 or our 16mm ratchet socket set here. 3mm ratchet socket set here. We're going to take out the top bolt, loosen up. This will drop. Oil will come out here. There's another 3rd gasket, which is here. So a total of 3 gaskets. Big one here. Middle one, big bolt, and the bleeder gaskets. Total 3 gaskets you're gonna need. It comes with the kit, fortunately. So you're gonna loosen this. This drops down. This comes out. You take out the oil filter, and it'll flash across the screen what the oil filter looks like. It's kind of mesh material. Make sure whatever you see, the mesh filter or whatever's in there, you put it back the same way with the new one. So you're gonna loose that. This drops down. Oil comes out. Obviously, this has already been shut off. We went righty tight in that, and then we open up to the left. Once we clean out our filter, we're going to replace all the gaskets on these 2, the bleeder one and the center bolt. So bleeder is a 8mm, and the middle one's a 5/8 or 16mm ratchet socket. Clean out the old filter, put the new gasket in, snug everything. It doesn't have to be very tight, just like we do our oil changes on our cars. Once new gaskets in, pretty much from pressure and gradient, you're not going to need it that tight. So don't go too crazy trying to torque this in. Don't torque it, whatever you do. Not professional by any means, I haven't said that already, but definitely don't torque it. I mean, it has a gasket here, a gasket here. Once that's in, you're going to leave this kind of open loose. There's some confusion on YouTube land. Some leave this off, leave the bleeder bolt off. Others kind of have it half on. So what they do is they bolt this whole thing in, the filter, and then they start easing the shutoff valve to turn it on easily, easing it into the fuel oil into the filter. Once fuel oil pushes in the filter, it pushes air out, and you start to hear hiss here. I mean, you can actually leave it open here, and once it has a steady drip, it's very quick. It happens very quickly. So you go ahead and put your. That's why you have your new bolt and gasket ready to put in as soon as it starts to spill over, because you know homemade oil is flammable. So take care of that. When you're all done, snug everything up, wipe everything down with a nice rag. Looks good, looks clean, and you should put like a felt pad here, so that way you can kind of monitor how your job looks. I mean, this is pretty white there, so that means you could tell if oil's to drip. You see it pretty wet or seeping there. And that's it. So I hope this video helps somebody out there. It'll cost you the headache of calling a home heating service in the middle of the night. If you have an extra filter lying around, do that first, because it cost me $275 for the oil maintenance to have the guy come out and tell me that this was clogged. That's why I was not getting oil. If you haven't subscribed already, subscribe to this channel. We're all about cost savings of personal finance, and I may be switching up the channel's content, not changing it too much, just maybe adding more to this channel, where we maybe talk about online businesses. If you haven't seen already my other videos on building an online business, check out all those videos up there, videos that have categorized, so that kind of helps it to find different videos what we're looking for. The ultimate goal of this channel is to be financially free and not be dependent on a technician or even a financial advisor to make our dreams and realities come true. All right, thanks for watching.